Pleasant good evening, everyone. Warm welcome to our IG Live, What You Know About TWiG. Just give me a few minutes. Let me ensure that Lyn-Marie has joined us. All right. Good evening again, everyone, and welcome to What You Know About TWiG. I am Khaleid Holder. I am one of the directors, advisors to the TWiG Project. And this evening, we will be talking a little bit about TWiG. TWiG is 2 years old today. Happy birthday, TWiG. Drop some happy birthdays in the chat. And we have none other than Miss Lyn-Marie Christian joining us on this, our very, very first episode of What You Know About TWiG. So, Lynn, good evening. How are you doing this today?
I am okay. I am just a little, trying to calm, but I am fine. I was pretty decent today. How about yourself?
I am good. I have life, and I think in a COVID-19 environment, I'm sorry to bring COVID-19 into it again, but celebrating life is always a good thing. And we outside, so it's always good to be able to
Yeah.
celebrate being together sometimes, but of course, we're being safe as much as possible still while being outside. So let me just first by saying a happy birthday again to TWiG. I know this is your baby. But before we get started talking about TWiG, I wanted to start by you telling us a little bit about yourself. For those of you who don't know who Lyn-Marie is, or for those who need a reintroduction on who Lyn-Marie Christian is, who is Lyn-Marie?
All right. Well, hi again, everyone. My name is Lyn-Marie Christian. As Khaleid said, the director of TWiG Project. I was getting my stuff mixed up. I am a 22-year-old student of the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. I am studying psychology with management. I also was the part-time representative for the Faculty of Social Sciences for the last 2 years. I was starting out by saying I am the CEO of Lyn-Ali's Hair Care, and that's where I was getting my stuff mixed up. I like the color blue. I like to talk, but especially when I'm comfortable, but sometimes I am more reserved because of shyness, but I'm very friendly. So,
Awesome. And that's good. It's always good to hear and learn a little bit more about others. So Lyn-Marie is an entrepreneur. She's also a director of TWiG and also a student. Where did you find the time to do all of these things that you're involved in, Lyn-Marie? I mean, sounds like a lot. Where did you find the time to do these things? Going
honestly, and Khaleid didn't even call everything that I'm involved in. That's the truth. Like, I don't know. And my parents would tell you they don't know either. Like, I, anything else, I don't even feel that busy, but
right.
I don't know what to tell you. I try. I really try a thing with anything that I'm involved in for sure.
And the good thing is, at least you are keeping busy and doing good things with it. So, we're going to jump right into it. TWiG is 2 years old today. I can't big up TWiG enough and say happy birthday. Tell us a little bit.
Woo!
Yeah, tell us a little bit about TWiG. What caused you to want to start something like this? What inspired you to do it? Tell us about that journey to TWiG.
Okay, so TWiG was always an idea of mine, and before I even had a name, I actually thought it would have been a youth group for my church because I had done this whole proposal and stuff for the All Souls Anglican Church. And I also thought I probably would come way after, like you finish CUE, you have money, you have a location that you can call your own, or you can at least handle right. But during the COVID-19 pandemic, I was doing this Bible study with these friends of mine, and we were doing a lot of like vision board parties and stuff like that. And they were really encouraging, like, instead of waiting until certain things happen. Like you could just start it and just give it to God, basically. So I definitely started TWiG then, like following one of those things when I was feeling inspired,
Right.
and it was just it's supposed to be a youth group following the same idea that I told you about before, but we didn't have a name.
Okay.
So I was thinking along the lines of Together We Grow, and hence the TWG that you see capital. So then the story is when I was telling my mommy about this story and was trying to get myself formulated in terms of what I want TWiG to be like, I was telling her I just know that I have TWG. And she
Right.
pronounced it twig. I said, but there's no I. And then I was like, okay, maybe we could work with this.
Yeah.
And I put a I. The I is now common because you're now trying to discover your I.
Right.
And so that's where the name twig came from. That's where the idea of twig came from. And then it was also like anything that twig is looking to do in terms of development and stuff like that came from just my interactions with my friends, knowing that a lot of us around my age group, we are struggling in terms of like self-esteem, some other things that we deal with a lot. And I know that I get a lot of support for that. So I was trying to be that person for my friends. And then I was like, yeah, let's do this in this group. So that's essentially TWiG.
So we must say big up to mommy for coming up with TWiG, pronouncing it TWiG rather, which is
Yeah.
revealed visions of what Together We Grow, means. So the idea of TWiG is about young people growing together, moving together, inspiring each other. As you
Yeah.
reflect on your 2 years since starting TWiG, what were some of the opportunities you saw that in yourself, for example, that you learned, you grew, opportunities that you may have seen in others? What were some of the things that TWiG has done over the last 2 years that you feel, most proudest of? I mean, I'm sure there are many, but I just wanted to put maybe
Yeah.
one of them.
Okay. So first to answer the first part of that question in terms of like what it's done for me, for
Mhm.
sure, as I said, I am very nervous. So like I with the beginning of it, it took a lot for me to get comfortable with being the person to host TWiG every
Right.
time. And it became easier after a while. The first thing we did was positivity boards. And that was something that was inspired by you, actually, because
Oh,
as I said before, or as you might have mentioned, you're one of my mentors, and I needed help myself. And the day you told me about positivity boards and how it helps with you being able to, highlight the good things about yourself. And then obviously any days that you're feeling a little rough, look at it and remind yourself of all that you have. They thought that was a good positive start for TWiG. And then we did vision board party. So persons were able to decide like where they want to go further in life, etc. And we did budgeting. We usually have a theme for every month. So recent themes would have been like motivation and appreciation and abundance. And even one of the sessions we had invited a lecturer from UE. His name is Dr. Dwayne Devonish, to talk to us about mental health. So yeah, we have a good few things going on. Everything is just to help us to develop into leaders, develop our, just self skills that we need for sure, and just be a family together.
and it does sound like TWiG is indeed working together as a family. Or I think it was as you posted in the chat, all in this together. And there was something said to me yesterday when we were just talking broadly about TWiG. The fact that there's no manual or no handbook to what being a young person is going to be like. There's no way of doing it, and TWiG kind of provides that space to learn and figure it out together. And it's definitely good that you've provided that space for yourself and persons like you, your friends and so on, to find that space to build that positivity. So, Lynn, as you think about the next year, next 3 years, so let's say, 5 years from now, it's the 1st of June, TWiG is 5 years old, 3 years from now, TWiG is 5 years old, just in case.
Yeah.
Um, so 5 years sorry, 3 years from now, so
No,
at age
yeah.
5, TWiG is now no longer going to be a toddler. You know, TWiG is going to be ready for big school, primary school, and navigating a different space. What are some of the things you hope TWiG will like to achieve, you know, at year 5? What are some of the things looking back you'd like to say TWiG has accomplished or has done?
Okay, well, I would want in our 5th year, for our 5th birthday, that we were able to put ourselves a little more out there in the community so we're more known. Right now, we are looking to be fully registered, officially registered. So once that's finished and everything, so I'm sure that we can actually start some projects together. I would love for us to be in schools, you know, because again, the impact would be greater by year 5. You would hope that with these few years that we're now, as you said, crawling, we can really start to show others who might need to crawl, like how to start walking. You know what I mean? So I am hoping we can do things like going into these schools, maybe some fundraisers, anything like that, but just to get our community outreach done.
Yeah, and that sounds good. I think that spacing out the things that TWiG is doing is definitely going to make a huge difference. And so we're about near the 15-minute mark now, and I really wanted to, as we get ready to close, uh, what would be one thing or few things that you'd like to say to anybody who's listening about why TWiG or why anything, like why it should become a part? Like, what are some of the things that they could benefit from being a part of?
Okay, so for any persons that might have just an inkling of interest, like one thing I will say, TWiG, we have a lot of groups that are kind of similar in terms of trying to develop youth, etc. But one thing is we are not too formal. We are again just trying to, all of us, we don't have a plan really, like we don't have a set way, a set manuscript, as you mentioned before, of life. So it's us just trying to get together as young people and figure it out together. Like, I don't have everything put together for sure. Again, when I started this, I was saying that their person's probably more advanced in something than I am. So it's a case where we kind of support each other, where I might be falling short, you might be able to help me, and then I can do the same for you, that kind of thing. So don't feel like discouraged, don't feel that you can't come and join TWiG with us, because we are a very welcoming family. I do believe we are a family already, and I think you would not regret it. You definitely would enjoy TWiG's atmosphere.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, the million-dollar question: if today a young person is watching, listening, or watching it later on, the video recording, want to know how to connect to TWiG. How can they find more about TWiG? A little more.
Okay, so we mainly operate on the Instagram, but we do have a Facebook page. We're hoping to start up like this YouTube channel as well. But if you are interested, our sign up form is in our link tree, and you can find that in the bio on Instagram. So the same TWiG_TWiG.project, you can find us, and then just fill in the form. I will find it, and then you will be contacted by me automatically, and I will put you in the group. It's simple as that.
Wow, that sounds very simple indeed. All right, so that sounds really excited. So I
Yeah.
guess I'm getting ready to wrap up. I know that there are other interviews coming up in the next 2 weeks, so just making a shameless plug for persons. If you enjoy this one, be sure to tune in on the 15th as well as the 29th. There'll be other interviews with some other exciting persons who are part of TWiG. I'm not going to give it away just yet. And as we get ready to close, Lynn, do you have any final thoughts or comments or anything that you want to add to our listening or viewing audience this evening?
Honestly, I just want to thank everyone who came and supported us, not only like on this live, but just in over the past 2 years. And a lot of persons, especially you, Khaleid, thank you so much for assisting me with this startup and allowing me to be able to keep TWiG going, you know. So I just appreciate everyone that's here watching. By the way, if anybody had questions, you can still ask it before we close. But just thank you so much for all of the support that you've been giving. And I know, speaking on behalf of my TWiG family, we all appreciate it, and we want our group to get bigger. So if you want to join the family, don't feel shy. This is the prime time to do it. You know, we are going to be a little more active now, etc. And we need the numbers, you know. That's how persons will be able to get the impact, the real impact of TWiG. So.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. Of course, if you have any questions, now would be a good time to drop it in the chat. I don't see any questions, but I see quite a lot of happy birthdays, happy anniversary. We like joined from Azukili, endorsing and encouraging about what we did in the space of love, so on. So lots of good compliments and kudos and commendations are coming. I see Rose Lynn, of course, big up to Mom. Congrats on your second anniversary. So lots
Yeah.
of,
I have to thank her as well, for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. So, I mean, Lynn, as your mentor, I must say a huge, huge congratulations to you for this effort. I know it wasn't easy. I remember the days when you were just thinking about starting it, but not sure how to start. And I have this thing I want to do, but I don't know. And we just sat and you talked about it and you talked about it. And I'm so happy that here we are to celebrate 2 years of this starting. And I mean, I'm very, very proud of the work that you've done in this, but also that you've done in general. Keep up the great work, and it is indeed a pleasure to be one of your mentors throughout this process over the last 4 years or more. So it's been really, really amazing, and I can't wait to see what else you're going to do in general. So congratulations to you for really taking up the mantle of leading like this time. So it wasn't easy, but you were doing amazing work. And congratulations to the entire TWiG team as well, who are working behind the scenes just to make everything happen. So congrats to everybody, also to our mentors to attend our monthly session and so on. So big up.
Khaleid, I see a question.
Yes, I see. Boo big up our director. How do we support if we don't have the time to attend meetings, etc.? Still want to be involved. So thank you for your question. I'm going to repeat it. How do we support if we don't have the time to attend meetings, but we still want to be involved in some way? How can persons like that support?
Okay, well, I mean, as I said, we're looking to only go bigger from here, only grow from here. So we're hoping to have many initiatives where even if you are not a member, you can still participate, you can still show your support. And hopefully at the points when we are getting to that stage where we need like any financial support or anything like that, then you just have to keep in touch with this. Is it still on? Okay, good. We just have to keep in touch with this page. We would have all the information needed for anything that you can assist with, and we truly would appreciate it all. So just keep posting, or just keep posted with the page that we have, and look up our YouTube page, anything like that. You'll be informed. Thank you for the question as well.
Yes. So I think that
Oh,
was
and before we go forward too, I just want to let persons know that we are not late. We don't meet too often where it might be too hard for persons to manage it. We meet once a month, every first Friday at 6 p.m. So it's still something that even if you can't meet 1 month or whatever, you can still pop in if you need to. If you're interested, you will still be informed because we give out newsletters to our members and stuff. So even if you missed it, you can't say that you missed everything. So.
And I'll also add as well, just a shameless plug, that the meetings are all conveniently conducted using Zoom. So you might not be able to physically go to a venue per se, but you know, you might be in the comfort of your home or on your way, even though please do not drive and text or message or anything like that. But you have the convenience, things like that as well. Should you have the time spare on a Friday session. So there's always space. All All right. I don't think that there are any other questions. Charlene says congrats on the 2 years. Troy says congrats
Thank you.
so far. So thank you all so much for the congratulations on behalf of everyone. I don't see any other questions. Going once, going twice,
I don't see any.
and that's it. All right. So Lynn, again, it was really indeed a pleasure. Jillian says congratulations. It has been indeed a pleasure working with you over the years to get to this stage. And, I'm really looking forward to what else TWiG is going to do in the future. So congratulations to you, congratulations to the entire TWiG committee, all of our mentees and all of our viewers who joined. Thank you all so much for being part of this. And of course, look out for the next session on the 15th of June. And then, of course, on the 29th. Can't miss it. Other exciting interviews. You're going to hear different perspectives about TWiG or what TWiG has done for others, and you can't afford to miss it. So, this is What You Know About TWiG. Signing out. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take good care. For those of you who are not home, please get home safely and please continue. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and others. Have a good evening.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Have a lovely evening, everyone.